Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishnaya Bhutale, Iti Namine, Namaste Saraswate Deve. Nirvishesha. Hare Krishna. Absolute truth, the Supreme Personality, who is the creator, who is the maintainer. Hmm? So why will people not surrender to him? Why people turn away from him? So Krishna explains in this section that these people are evil-minded. Their intelligence is sin. Very important. If we are engaged in sinful activities, if we do not follow the rules and regulation for human form of life, then we cannot know the Supreme Absolute. It is important that we lead a life of purity, pious life. So here Krishna explained in detail, Prabhupada is explaining in the purport that these are miscreants. They are called miscreants. Miscreant means those who create mischiefs. You have seen in the class, those who are most mischievous students, what is their ranking in the class? Huh? They cannot pass. It becomes very difficult for them. Because why? Why do they create mischief in the class? Because they have no interest in studies. That is why they'll create mischief. Those who have interest in study, will they be the part of the mischievous gang? No, never. So those who are not interested in study, what they do, they create mischief so that they don't study and they don't allow others to study. They create trouble. So these are troublemakers. These are lawbreakers. So there are four types. One is grossly foolish, who thinks that if he works hard, he can get money, and with money, he can enjoy. This is what the entire world thinks. If they have money, they can keep the world in their pocket. They can enjoy whatever they desire. But is it so? It is not so. One can enjoy only to the extent he has performed pious activity. The second class is Naradhama. We discussed in detail what is Naradhama. Although they are the human form of life, they have, human-like body, but their consciousness is fallen. What is the fallen condition? Adhama means who is fallen. So what is the fallen condition? Why they are called Naradhama? We discussed. So try to keep some of it in your notes. Yeah, because in Kali Yuga memory is very short. What you did yesterday, it is difficult to remember. What you did day before yesterday is to remember. Huh? Yeah, lowest. But what conditions make them fallen? We discussed that. Anyone remembers? Why they are called Naradhama? What is the Adham part? What is the degraded? What degrades them? To come even to the lower levels.
Indulging evils.
Huh?
Evils may indulge in evils.
Indulge in
Evils.
evil. Yeah, but what kind of evil? What is the evil act that they do? Huh? Sorry? Yeah, that is there. That is common for all. These things are common for all. But there was a specific aspect which Srila Prabhupada explained, that why they are Naradhama. We may be born Naradhama, we may be in the society of Naradhamas, we may be in the family of Naradhamas, but we don't want to remain a Naradhama, isn't it? We have a choice. What is the choice? That we can elevate. We can uplift from Naradhama to become Narottama. That is the journey of Krishna consciousness. Yeah. So what is the Naradhama? What makes a person become Naradhama. Why Dhamma? Because they have the opportunity. Every one of us in this human form of life, we have the opportunity to perfect this human form of life. But do we do that? No. So whoever is missing this opportunity, आप इधर आगे बैठना, नीचे कोई नहीं बैठेगा, सर्दी है प्लीज। और आपके पास थोड़ा सा और मंगा लो भाई, उसको लास्ट तक भरोने नहीं है, ऐसे नहीं। वहां पे आप जो कॉरिडोर है वहां पे भी कुछ लगा लो, बैठिए। Please protect yourself. This is only 1 month cold here. Believe me, in February there won't be cold. Only January is biting cold. IRI is more colder than other parts of Delhi. Okay. So Naradhamas are those who have the opportunity to practice religious life, to perfectly give up. They don't practice. So they are called Naradhama. And then the third is Maya Aprit Jnana. We were discussing Maya Aprit Jnana. They have Jnana, they have knowledge, but the knowledge is misdirected by the illusionary energy. Example is Darwin, Mr. Darwin. What he says, that humans are coming from animals, monkeys, apes. And one example simple is, if humans are coming from animal, so now every monkey should have become human. Then monkey also there, isn't it? Then that should be, yeah. If the process is continuous, where is half monkey, half man? Hanu. They do not accept the authority of the Supreme Lord. Their intelligence is stolen by the illusionary energy. So we were on this, you see, the third class, the next class of this. Just check where it is. We'll continue from here. There are great numbers of Maya Aprit Jnana at the present moment. Please see in this 7.15 commentary, you found it? To help others. There are great numbers of Maya Aprit Jnanas. There are a great numbers of Maya Aprit Jnana at the present moment. And Prabhupada says that amongst the commentators of Bhagavad Gita, they are also there. Who are there? Maya Aprit Jnana. In the Gita, in plain and simple language, it is stated that Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is none equal to or greater than him. When did Krishna say that? In just few verses back. Which verse? Who remembers which verse Krishna spoke? That there is no one equal to him or greater than him. Here, just few verses back, he said that. He declared that. Online viewers, which is the verse? Manoram Prabhu? Which verse Krishna said? That there is no one higher to him or equal to him. It should be coming quickly. Supreme absolute truth. But these people, those who are even commenting Bhagavad Gita, so that is why don't study any Bhagavad Gita from anywhere. It will be very, very, because most of the commentators of Bhagavad Gita, they are Maya Pratiyara. They're not devotees. Who can comment on Bhagavad Gita? Those who are pure devotees. Why? Because through the pure devotees, Krishna will speak. So they will, what they will do? They will speculate. So here it is said that he is mentioned as the father of Brahma, or the original father of all human beings. Krishna says, Apitahamast Jagato Mata Dhata Pitamaha. In fact, Sri Krishna is said to be not only the father of Brahma, but also the father of all species of life. He is the root of all impersonal Brahman and Paramatma. Super soul in every entity in its planetary portion. He is the lotus feet. So this is very clear message in Bhagavad Gita. Again and again, Krishna reveals this. Despite all these clear statements, the Maya Aprit Jnana derived the personality of the Supreme Lord and considered him merely another human being. So this is the impact or outcome of those who supreme position of Krishna. Param Bhavam Ajananto. In the ninth chapter, Krishna will say that they do not know my supreme position. They will never know him. They do not know that the blessed form of the human life is designed after the eternal and transcendental feature of the Supreme Lord. This is very important. The human form of life is designed as per the form of the Supreme Lord. In Bible also there is one saying, please come little forward. Why don't you come forward? And why don't you remove your back from it? So that they can all sit. You have heard Bible. How many of you have studied Bible? Anyone? No? I had the good fortune because I studied in a missionary school. It was run by the church. So Bible was compulsory. In our country, so far, Gita is not compulsory. But in my primary school, Bible was compulsory. And whoever failed in Bible was failed. You had to repeat it. To study come, otherwise you don't want to study, remain outside. So anyway, there in the Bible, it is quoted that man, God made human in his own image. Have you heard or not? You have not heard? Please hear attentively. Just help him to find the page. आपने दे दिया उनको खोल के? Okay. So the image that we have, the humans have, is most rare. It is very, very privileged because the Supreme Lord has the same form. What is the same form? He also has two hands. He also has two legs. The form is the same, but the substance is not the same. This is the important. The form is the same, but the substance is not the same. What is the difference in substance? Huh? नहीं देवता नहीं. Don't compare देवता with the Supreme Lord. It cannot be compared. His form is totally transcendental. There is no material element or component. Whereas whether it is demigod or whether it is human, their form is made of material creation. Material creation. So their form is material, whereas the Supreme Lord's form is spiritual. Despite all this clear statement, the Maya Aprit Jnana derived the personality of Supreme and considered him merely another human being. Okay. All the unauthorized interpretation of Gita by the class of Maya Aprit Jnana outside the purview of Parampara system are so many stumbling blocks on the path of spiritual understanding. So there are many commentaries of Bhagavad Gita. There may be at least 5,000 commentaries of Bhagavad Gita. How many? 5,000. But all of them are unauthorized. Why? The reason for that is Prabhupada is mentioning here what Krishna is mentioning in Bhagavad Gita itself. That none of them is coming in the disciplic succession called Parampara. Parampara system. Like for example, I give you an understanding. Those who are studying in IARI. So IARI is certified. By whom? Ministry of Agriculture. It is authorized. Yeah. And if IARI opens a branch somewhere, who certifies? The main unit certifies. Then the other branch also becomes authorized. But if I and you decide that we will open a branch of IARI in some other city or some other state, even we copy the syllabus, will it become authorized? No, it will not be. So the commentary of Bhagavad Gita is only possible Prabhupada is saying, all the unauthorized interpretation of Bhagavad Gita by a class of Maya Prithyana outside the purview of Parampara system, there are so many stumbling blocks on the path of spiritual understanding. The deluded interpreters do not surrender into the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, nor do they teach others to follow them. It is very important because they are not devotees of the Lord. They are not surrendered to the Lord. They do not perform service to the Lord. Because they do not perform service to the Lord, they have no understanding of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a great secret. Krishna said that. Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam. It is very, very confidential. So confidential matter cannot be known to anyone and everyone. Otherwise, it is not confidential. How can it be confidential? So how it can be known? It can be known only when Krishna reveals. To whom Krishna reveals? Who has relationship with Krishna. Otherwise, why he will reveal? Like you go to the office of your director and you say, sir, please give me your bank account number. He said, what business you have with my bank account number? Will he tell you? Will not. But if his daughter goes there and says that, Papa, please tell me your bank account number. And what he will say? He may tell him. He may tell her. Or he may tell her that how much money he has in the bank. But for outsider, will he tell? He will not tell. So similarly, those who are not having any relation with Krishna, those who are not surrendered to Krishna, those who are not performing service to Krishna, for them, there is no possibility of knowing Bhagavad Gita. So please keep this in mind. Otherwise, you will also be misguided. Most of the people have no understanding. Even the commentators. Why? Because Krishna does not reveal to them. Why Krishna is not forced to reveal to them? Because they are not performing any devotional service. So those who do not chant, say that please chant. But most of the time people think that why to chant? Because by chanting we perform devotional service. By chanting, we are, expressing to Krishna that yes, I want to perform service. I want to come in relationship with you. It may initially seem difficult. Why? Because the mind is not inclined to serve anyone. Mind wants to become master. He wants to keep Krishna as his servant. This is the problem. So why he will chant? Yeah? But that will not help us. That will keep us on the platform of Maya Pritya. So unless and until we start chanting, chanting is one prayer. Chanting is like a prayer. Prabhupada says it's like a prayer when the child is calling his mother. When the child cries, mother comes, she leaves everything and comes and takes care of the child. So similarly, when the aspirant, when the sincere seeker is calling out to the Lord reciprocates. He reciprocates. So this is very important. So these are Maya Jnana means those who are not having any relation, any connection with Krishna. So they can, what they do, they only interpret, they only speculate, and they give everything which has nothing to do with reality. They will write big, big books, they will speak many, many lectures. Many times I have seen other people speaking about Bhagavad Gita. So I ask them, what is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita? What is the purpose for which Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita? They have no clue. May I ask all of you? What is it? Secondary. What is the primary goal?
Self-realization.
That is the same thing. To awaken the soul is self-realization. Yes, it is there. It is secondary. What is the primary goal of Bhagavad Gita? To become Krishna conscious. To have affection and love for Krishna. Man mana bhav mad bhakto madhyadi mam namasturu. Why Krishna speaks this verse? That in your heart, you invest your heart in me. Mat mana, always think of me. About whom are we thinking for? Whom we have attachment for? Where is our absorption? Where our attachment is? Do we have absorption in where what is happening in Tajikistan? To hell with Tajikistan, it has nothing to do with me. Whether it is -10 or -20, how does it matter to me? Does it matter to me? It does not matter. So Krishna is saying that you please attach your mind to me. Think of me. So this is the purpose. So do they have attachment to Krishna? No. They have attachment to what? Worldly things. If they are asked to speak Bhagavad Gita, they will inquire how much money they will get. So where is their attachment? To Krishna? No. Their attachment is then Dhanam Janam Sundari. So these are all Maya Aprit Although they have knowledge, but their knowledge does not lead them to become devotee of Krishna. Do not surrender to Krishna. The last class of Dushkriti is called Asuri Bhavam Ashrita, or those of demonic principles. This class is openly atheistic. So this is the difference between the other three and this fourth one. These are, they openly challenge. What do they believe? They are demonic. If God is there, bring him in front of me. So these are demoniac. Some of them argue that the Supreme Lord can never descend upon this material world, but they are unable to give any tangible reasons as to why not. There are others who make him subordinate to the impersonal feature. So first, they do not accept the existence of God. There are many people who do not accept the existence of God. He said, if God is there, show me. Why? Can you see yourself? Can you see your intelligence? That means intelligence does not exist. Or you don't have any intelligence. If I may challenge you that if you have intelligence, show me where is your intelligence. Now, what is the reply? Can anyone show me his intelligence? What is the size? What is the capacity? What is the memory capacity? Nothing. So that means intelligence does not exist. So this is what Prabhupada is saying. They may be unable to give any tangible reason as to why not. There are others who make him subordinate to the impersonal feature, although the opposite is declared in the Gita. Then what they do? Deride means to make him small. How do they make him small? By saying that the Paramatma feature is the absolute truth. Like you have seen a village bully. When she will meet the constable, she will say, Kaptan Sahab. If the village lady calls a constable Kaptan, does the constable becomes a captain? No. He remains what he is. So the impersonal feature is the primary expansion of the Supreme Lord. And Paramatma feature is the intermediate. But the final, the complete expansion, the complete manifestation is the Bhagavan feature. So what they will do? They will not accept the personal feature, but they will say the impersonal feature is higher. Envious of the Supreme Personality of God. This is the core. Why do they do not accept the authority of the Krishna? The atheist will present a number of illicit incarnations manufactured in this factory of his brain. Such persons whose very principle of life is to decry the personality of Godhead cannot surrender unto the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Sri Yamunachar Albandru of South India said, O my Lord, you are unknowable to persons involved in atheistic principles, despite your uncommon qualities, features, and activities. Like you have seen, the opposition party. What is the agenda of the opposition party? Only to oppose. If the government does any good work also, but they cannot change. They have only one point program. What is the point program? Just to oppose. And just to say that whatever the government has done, it is useless. When they will come in government, they will try to do the same thing. then it will become useful. Yeah? So this is atheistic kind of people. They only have one point program to oppose. So such people cannot receive mercy of the Lord. They cannot surrender to the Lord. And here one of the great acharyas, you have heard spiritual master. The spiritual master is Yamunacharya. The grand spiritual master of Ramanujacharya is Yamunacharya. He says that, oh my Lord, you are unknowable to persons involved with atheistic principles. Despite your uncommon qualities, features, and activities, despite your personality being confirmed by the revealed scriptures in the quality of goodness, and despite your being acknowledged by the famous authorities, renewed for the depth of knowledge in the transcendental science and reflected in the godly qualities. Therefore, grossly foolish person, what is the name of grossly foolish person? Mudha. Very good. The lowest of mankind, Naradhama, and the deluded speculators, Maya Pitya, Maya Pitya, and the professed atheist. हाँ दुष्कृतना तो चारों है ना. What is the fourth class? The professed atheist, asurim bhavam. Their bhavam, their feeling is of demoniac. Demoniac means they want to deny the existence of the Supreme Lord. Like there is the class of communist people. They say we don't believe in God. But whether you believe in not, God is there. If someone says that I don't believe in sun, I cannot see. If a person is blind and he says I don't see the sun, that means the sun does not exist. It is not so. As above mentioned, never surrender unto the lotus feet of the personality of God, in spite of all scripture and authoritative advices. So these were the four kind of people who do not take shelter of Krishna. Those who do not approach Krishna, or those who want to deny or decry Krishna. But then Arjuna may ask, so, but what about me and what about others? Those who are not in these four categories. So Krishna says that there is 16th verse. We will take the 16th and 17th verse both today. Try to. Chaturvidha bhajante mam. You can repeat. चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
पार्थो जिज्ञासा भारत ऋषभ
ज्ञानिष्ठा भरतर्षभ
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां
जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
आर्थो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
अर्थो जिज्ञासु अर्थार्थी
ज्ञानी च भरत ऋषभ.
ज्ञानिश्च भरतर्षभ.
Anyone would like to repeat? पढ़िए. Recite. चतुर्विधा. विधा. विधा means four types. मैंने आपको बताया था ना, आप नीचे से पढ़िए. जो वर्ड मीनिंग है वहां से पढ़ेंगे तो इट विल बी वेरी सिंपल एंड देयर विल नॉट बी एनी डिफिकल्टी. बिकॉज क्या है ना, हमारा संस्कृत से फोबिया है. फोबिया समझते हैं ना, डरते हैं. वो डर लगता है, ये पता नहीं क्या, ये जटिल कीड़ा मकोड़ा आ गया है, बड़ा मुश्किल है समझ में. तो कॉब्वेब होता है ना, कॉब्वेब की तरह, ऐसा नहीं है. इसलिए प्रभुपाद जी ने इसको सरल कर दिया है. पढ़ो. चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां
जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
जनाः सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
आर्थो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
अर्थो जिज्ञासु अर्थार्थी
ज्ञानी च भरत ऋषभ.
ज्ञानिश्च भरतर्षभ.
पढ़ो. Okay.
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
आर्थो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरत ऋषभ. बॉयज पढ़ो.
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
जिज्ञासुर्थार्थी
आत्मजिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभा
ज्ञानी च
भरतऋषभ.
भरतर्षभ.
Right? Yeah.
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन आर्थो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतऋषभ. Very good attempt. Very good. Yes, boys. Read.
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन
जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
आत्म जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभा
ज्ञानी च भरतऋषभ. One more time. You read? Want to try? Yes. Here you go. पढ़ो. चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम् जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन आत्म जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतऋषभ. Then last he said that there are 4 types of people who do not take shelter of him, don't take shelter. But there are other 4 types. Chaturvidha. Chatur means 4. Vidha means types or kinds of people. What they do? Bhajante ma. Bhajante ma means that they do some service to Krishna. Bhajan means bhajan does not mean only singing. So one type of activity which pleases the Supreme is bhajan. Not that which pleases me or which pleases you. The activity which pleases the Supreme Lord. That is bhajan. And what are these people? They are Sukritino. Jana means people. What is Jana mentioned here? Yeah, persons. So amongst the person, there are 4 types who approach Krishna or who do some service to Krishna. And these people are, previous ones were Dushkritino, but these are Sukritina. Sukritina means that those who are meritorious. What is the merit? What is the merit with these people? Huh? Yes, they want to do some service to Krishna. They want to please Krishna. So they are all meritorious. And who are these people? The first category is Artho. Artho means those who are distressed. Those who are having some pain. Or those who are having some difficulty in this life. Tell me anyone who is not having any pain. Is there anyone in this world who is free of pain? Everyone is having some pain or some suffering. But does everyone approach Krishna? No. So they are not Sukritina. Those who approach Krishna, even though if they are in distress, they are Sukritina. So first category is those who are distressed. Many times people are distressed because they have some disease. The disease is not getting cured. They tried many places, many doctors, many specialists, many other, alternatives, but nothing works. Then what they do? They come to Krishna. And Bhagwan, ठीक कर दो हमें. Or if there is some tragedy in their life, some family member passes away, so there is a great affliction in their heart. So they are not finding any solace or shelter. So such people also approach Krishna. But they are artho, this is the first type. That means those who are disappointed with the world, so they find some hope with Krishna. So they approach Krishna. Second is Jigyasu. Jigyasu means those who are seeking to know. Those who are seekers. Those who want to find out. You've seen many people that you want to know, is Krishna God or is Durga God? What is the difference between both? They are not very serious, but they just want to have knowledge. They want to have some information. Uh, Like somebody comes to the hospital to find out that in case if I fell sick, so how many beds this hospital has? Does it have an MRI machine or not? What are the doctors available on the panel? Uh, so such thing. He is not coming for hospital to get treatment, but he is wanting to know what all facilities are there. Whether in case if I need, can I trust them or not? Uh, what is he making? He is making a inquiry. So they are called inquirers. Uh, they're inquisitive. They are inquisitive. Jigyasu. And the third kind of people are mostly in this category. Those who are wanting some material benefit. Artharthi. Artha means dhan, wealth, earth. Earth has two meaning. Artha means meaning also. And artha means value also. So they are wanting to have some material benefit. They want to have a big palatial house. By their income, they cannot have. They'll come to Krishna. You gave Sudama such a big palace. Why not me? Yeah. If they're wanting some good wife or husband, or if they're wanting some job, or whatever the desire that they have, they cannot fulfill it on their own account. So what they do? They come to Krishna and say, "Will you please help me achieve my goal and desire?" So these are all artharthi. They are desirer. They want their desires to be fulfilled by Krishna. So these three categories are on the lower rung. They are not pure devotees. They are sakam devotees. Sakam means they are coming with a desire to be fulfilled. That is why they are. And the fourth is Jnani. Jnani cha Bharatrishabha. Krishna is keeping all three in one category. Artho, Jigyasu, Artharthi. Then he says Jnani cha Bharatrishabha. So Jnani is in a different platform, in a different category. Jnani means one who is in the kind of four kind of people. They are all called meritorious. They have the merit. What is the merit? That they approach Krishna. Let us see the purport. Unlike the miscreants, these are adherents of the regulative principles of scriptures. This is the most distinguished feature of between miscreant and those who are meritorious. Miscreant, they do not follow any rules and regulations. They do not follow any authority. They are like animals. Animals, there is no rules and regulations. There are no discipline. And they are called Sukritina, or those who obey the rules and regulations of scriptures, the moral and social laws, and are more or less devoted to the Supreme Lord. Out of these four classes of men, those who are sometimes distressed, those who are in need of money, and those who are sometimes inquisitive, and those who are sometimes searching after knowledge of the absolute truth. So these persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions. This is the most striking part. What is the striking part? That they perform some service. They render some service to the Lord. These are not pure devotees because they have some aspirations to fulfill in exchange for devotional service. Like you see, the child goes to the school. If you ask this small child to go to the school, he will not go. He will cry. So what is a new technique? You don't say that go to school. Go to play. Yes? So in the school, and there will be so much, enjoyment. And the child will go there. But what is the purpose? The purpose is not to play. The purpose is to make him come out of the house and accept that he has to come to school. So after 6 months or 1 year, that play school will be over and the study school will begin. So the purpose of anyone who is coming to Krishna is to make him pure. Even if he come with the impure mission, with impure motive, if he comes in contact with Krishna, impurity will be removed and he will become pure. Like you have heard, na, that if you want to make the gold become pure, what you have to do? You have to heat it in the fire. If you heat the gold in the pure, in the fire, the impurities will be removed, it will be dissolved, and pure gold will remain. So similarly, whoever comes with whatever motive to Krishna, he will gradually become pure. So here it is said that they come because of some aspirations to fulfill in exchange for devotional service. But pure devotional service is without aspiration and without desire for material profit. So, but if you want to really please Krishna, what we have to give up? We have to give up our material aspiration. And what is pure devotional service is explained in this verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. This is a book which is explained by one of our foremost Acharya, Srila Rup Goswami. He explains what is pure devotional service. अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मादि अनावृतम आनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनम भक्तिरुत्तमा. So anya means others and abhilasha means desires and shunya means zero. So pure devotional service means that we do not have any other desire. So what is our desire? We have the same desire. What is the desire of Krishna? That is pure. Devotee means he has only one desire. What is the desire? The desire is to please Krishna. So naturally the desire of Krishna becomes his desire. And then he has to be free from material desires and also he has to be free from jnana karmadi anavritam. Jnana Mishra Bhakti means that he is again thinking not of Krishna. He is thinking how he can achieve the knowledge so that he can become free from miseries. How he can be liberated. That is the avritam. Avritam means the covering. So he is not thinking of pleasing Krishna. He is thinking of his own freedom. That is what the yogis and jnanis are doing. They are not interested in service to Krishna. They are not devotees of Krishna. They are only interested in their own liberation. How I can become free. How I can be without suffering. So this is the avran. Avran means the covering. And karma covering is what? And from karma, why people perform fruitive activities? To enjoy. So there are two things which what the jiva wants to do in this material world. Every jiva, whether it is in the human form of life or any other human form of life, he is only engaged in two things. What is karma? Karma means fruitive enjoyment. He wants to enjoy. Whatever action he performs, the result or the reward he wants to enjoy. Isn't it? Yes or no? And second is, he will speculate that what is best for him or how he can have the best out of him. That is called Gyan. Different ways people are doing now. All the time, what is the mind doing? You watch your mind. It is always plan making. It is always absorbed in making plan. And what is the purpose of plan making? How I can be better. How I can enjoy more. Continuously. You see, the mind will never be peaceful. It will never be stable. Why? Because it is every time it is contemplating. So these are two very big faults. So when one is free from these faults of personal sense gratification or personal enjoyment and speculation. And then what is his engagement? Engagement is Krishnanu Shilanam. Anukulyana Krishnanu Shilanam. Anukulyana means favorable. So he's engaged in those activities which are favorable for Krishna. What are the activities which are favorable to Krishna? Which are recommended by Krishna. What Krishna is recommending in Bhagavad Gita. Anushilana means cultivation. So he's constantly engaging, cultivating those activities which are recommended by Krishna. So such a kind of practice or such a kind of bhakti is Uttama. Uttama means topmost. Clear definition. What is the definition of Uttama Bhakti? This is Anna Vilashita Shunya. We don't have any desire. Our desire is only one. And how we can please Krishna. Simple. So what will be our desire? Whatever is the desire of our master is a desire of us. Like I come with a driver. So when I sit in the car, does he say, प्रभु जी आज मैं आपको इधर ले चलता हूँ. आज नहीं नहीं IRA नहीं लेके चलूंगा. आज मैं आपको JNU लेके चलूंगा. Will it work? North campus. Today you come and give class in Delhi School of Economics. Why? Because I want to go there. So you come with me. Will it work? No, it will not work. But we are every day trying to treat Krishna this way. Krishna, for me, you do this. You make this happen to me. I have this desire. You please fulfill my this desire. I have this aspiration. You please fulfill my this aspiration. This and that. We have a big wishful list. So our Abhilasha is how much? We have millions and millions of Abhilasha. What is that song was there? Very popular. दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा. We don't have छोटी सी आशा. We have ज्ञान and karti, activity to enjoy result or the activity to speculate. And we should be cultivating. What we will be cultivating? Those activities which are favorable for Krishna consciousness. Anukulena sankalpaha pratikulasya varjanam. If we want to progress in Krishna consciousness, what we have to do? We have to cultivate those activities which are favorable for Krishna consciousness. What is favorable for Krishna consciousness? May I know from you? What is favorable for Krishna consciousness? Raise your hand and speak. Let others also participate. Yeah, what is your understanding? What activity is favorable for Krishna consciousness? Bolo, what do you feel? Yes? Okay, to chanting his name. But can you chant his name on your own? What do you require? Wait. What do you require? Sorry? Yeah. We require association. We require association of devotees. If devotees associated that everyone is chanting, so what is that? We will also be inspired. We will also automatically chant. When you came, Ganesh Prabhu was singing. So what happened with you? You also started to sing. If he was not there, you came alone, will you sing? No. This is it. What is favorable? Devotee association. If we are in devotee association, what we will do? Everything to please Krishna. But if we are in non-devotee association, what we will do? What activity we will do? क्या एक्टिविटी होगा? ऐसे करें तो कुछ पता ही नहीं है. क्या करेंगे? वो सब करेंगे जो कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस को स्पॉइल करता है. So we will be, the important is to be in devotee association. The first thing is like you are all coming here. So right now what you are doing? Whatever I am speaking, you are hearing. Whatever I am suggesting, you are at least accepting. Till you are here. When you go out from this association, then again you are influenced by outside people. बोले क्या पागल हो गया है क्या? तेरे को कोई साधु बनना है, पंडित बनना है? अरे खा पी मौज कर. वो मौज कर रहे हैं. So this is very important that we should be cultivating anukullena Krishna anushilanam. Anushilanam. Anushilanam means to follow. To Shilana means to cultivate. So if we cultivate those practices which are favorable for Krishna, so that practice itself is Uttama. This is very important. If you are sincerely practicing, then you are coming to the stage of becoming pure. This is so empowered. The process of Krishna consciousness is very empowered. What is required is a sincere approach. So see, one should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain. Proof. Without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activity or philosophical speculation, that is called pure devotional. When these four kinds of person come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service and are completely purified by the association of pure devotee. So this is how the transformation happens. Although they do not come with pure intention. Like people come to IRI for what? Huh? To serve IRI, no. They want to use the institution of IRI to achieve their mission. Isn't it? Let me become a scientist, and by becoming a scientist, I will get a job. And through the job, I will get salary, or I will get some benefit, and then I can enjoy. But here, anyone who comes to Krishna consciousness, and when he comes in touch with the pure devotional self, devotee, so by the association of a pure devotee, he also becomes the pure devotee. Prabhupada is mentioning here. When these four kind of person come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service and are completely purified by the association of pure devotee, they also become pure devotee. This is how a impure person becomes pure. By the fire of pure association. As far as the miscreants are concerned, for them devotional service is very difficult because their lives are selfish, irregular, and without spiritual growth. I think we discussed this. But even some of them, we discussed this. Why did you write 715? 19. Anyway, so Krishna wants us to again repeat. When they come in contact with the pure devotee, they also become pure devotees. Those who are always busy with fruitive activities come to the Lord in material distress, and at the time associate with pure devotees and become in their distress devotee of the Lord. Those who are simply frustrated also come sometimes to with pure devotees and become inquisitive to know about God. Similarly, when the dry philosophers are frustrated in every field of knowledge, they sometimes want to learn of God, and they come to the Supreme Lord to render devotional service and thus transcend knowledge of the impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma and come to the personal conception of God by the grace of the Supreme Lord or His pure devotee. On the whole, when the distressed, the inquisitive, the seeker of the knowledge, and those who are in need of money are free from all material desires. And when they fully understand that material denomination has nothing to do with spiritual improvement, they become pure devotees. This is very important. So right now, our consciousness is where? Our consciousness is at the level of so everyone who comes to Krishna consciousness, his beginning is not that he has descended from the spiritual world. He comes with material aspirations. He comes with very many desires in his heart. But gradually, when he comes in the process, like whoever joins the school, is he having knowledge? He does not have any knowledge. That is why he has joined this school. But when he remains in the school, he follows the rules and regulations, he attends the classes, gradually he gains knowledge. So similarly, whoever comes to Krishna consciousness, although his aspiration may not be pure, his desires may not be pure, but when he comes in association with pure devotees, whose motivations are pure, and those who are purely following, so with their inspiration and with their association, they also become pure. So how one becomes a devotee of Krishna? By coming in association of other devotees. Like Prabhupada gives the example that fire is there in the wood, but this wood is there. Is there any fire in it? It is there. But can we inflame the fire? No. But if you put this wood into fire, what will happen? The fire which is inside will become inflamed. So everyone is a devotee of Krishna in the heart, because Krishna is sitting inside the heart as Paramatma. But it is not manifest. So when it manifests, when one comes in association with other devotees. This is very important. Okay. What is the time? It is almost 9. I want to leave early. In time, not early, but in time. I'll stop here. So my suggestion is that please read and hear Bhagavad Gita, so that we know that what is the purpose of human life. The purpose of human life is to become free from all miseries, become free from all sufferings, and live a life of completeness, of blissfulness. How it will happen? When we accept the recommendations of Krishna. So here Krishna is recommending in this section that do not become a miscreant. Become a meritorious person. So in any case, whether you are pure, whether you are impure, whether you are free of desires, whether you are full of desires, whether you are distressed, whether you are inquisitive, whether you have knowledge, whom should we approach? Krishna. Krishna. And if we approach Krishna, then gradually we will become pure. Hare Krishna. Any question or any doubt? So please ask.
what is desire? कहते तो है डिजायर मतलब रखता है, इच्छा मतलब रखना भी बुरा है।
इच्छा तो नेचुरल है ना, क्योंकि जब तक आप जीव आत्मा है ना, आत्मा है, तो आत्मा के अंदर बहुत सी इच्छाएं हैं। सबसे बड़ी इच्छा हमारी क्या है? हमेशा सुख प्राप्त करने की इच्छा है। वो हर एक जीव की इच्छा है, चाहे वो कहे, चाहे वो ना कहे, चाहे वो स्वीकार करे, चाहे वो ना स्वीकार करे, उसकी एक ही प्रयास है, उसका एक ही, एवरीवन इज एंडेवरिंग इन वन डायरेक्शन, हाउ ही कैन बी हैप्पी और हाउ ही कैन एंजॉय मोर।
प्रभु जी इसका मतलब है वह भी नहीं करना चाहिए।
हाँ
सब कुछ बंद करना, तो मतलब जैसे कि मतलब इच्छा होती है, मतलब डिजायर के साथ मतलब अलग अलग लोगों की अलग अलग डिजायर।
हाँ, डिजायर डिजायर डिपेंड करता है ना,
हाँ मतलब
डिजायर डिपेंड करता है कि व्यक्ति की चेतना क्या है, वो अपने आप को क्या समझता है। एक मिनट, अभी जैसे आप IRI के स्टूडेंट हैं, तो आपका जो डिजायर है, और आपके गांव के लोग हैं दूसरा है, आपके इसके, क्या उनका डिजायर सेम है? नहीं है। डिजायर किस पर डिपेंड करता है? हाँ, हमारे मेंटल कंसेप्शन पे, हमारे मेंटल कंसेप्शन पे। तो भगवत गीता हमें क्या देता है? हमें करेक्ट कंसेप्शन देता है। डिजायर भी किस पे डिपेंड है? कंसेप्शन पे। अगर कंसेप्शन ही गलत है, कंसेप्शन क्या है हमारा? कि हम शरीर हैं, और शरीर से क्या प्राप्त करना है? भोग। भोग के द्वारा सुख मिलेगा। भोग से सुख मिल रहा है किसी को? रोग मिल रहा है। वो मांग रहे हैं सुख और मिल रहा है दुख। लेकिन समस्या क्या है? जैसे हम कितनी बार बोलते हैं कि अगर बीज डाला है इमली का, तो आम कहाँ से मिलेगा? मिलेगा? नहीं मिलेगा। इमली का बीज हटाना पड़ेगा और कौन सा बीज डालना पड़ेगा? आम। यही कर रहे हैं। भगवत गीता आके पढ़े तो स्पिरिचुअल कंसेप्शन जाएगा। जब स्पिरिचुअल कंसेप्शन जाएगा, तो डिजायर कौन सा आएगा? कौन सा डिजायर आएगा? स्पिरिचुअल डिजायर आएगा। जब स्पिरिचुअल कंसेप्शन ही नहीं है, तो स्पिरिचुअल डिजायर कहाँ से आएगा? अभी तो ये सोच रहे हैं कि अगर धन मिलेगा, धनम जन्म सुंदरी मिलेगा तो हम भोगेंगे। हाँ, जैसा रावण सोच रहा था। कि जितना धन मिल जाए, जितनी स्त्रियां मिल जाए, जितना राज मिल जाए, मैं उतना सुखी हो जाऊं। दुर्योधन सोच रहा था, तो सुखी हुए क्या? लेकिन हम उनको देख के हमारे हृदय में चेंज चेंज होता है? नहीं है। उस कारण क्या है? माया प्रज्ञाना। हमारी जो नॉलेज है उसको माया ने कवर कर दिया। सबको देख रहे हैं कि आ रहे हैं, थोड़े समय के लिए रह रहे हैं और मर के जा रहे हैं। लेकिन क्या हम सोच रहे हैं कि हमारे भी जाना होगा, समय आएगा? सोच रहे हैं? वो
कुछ
डिजायर आ रहा है
दिन पहले जब मैं मस्ती में था, तो मेरी इच्छा थी मेरा आई रहे,
किसमें?
तो इच्छा ही नहीं करता तो यहाँ आता ही नहीं,
नहीं वो
और आपसे मिलते ही हम।
नहीं नहीं, ऐसी बात नहीं है। आईआरआई में एडमिशन होने में कोई समस्या नहीं है। लेकिन यह समस्या कि आईआरआई में एडमिशन हो जाए, उसके बाद मैं क्या करूं? मैं अपनी इंद्रियों की और तृप्ति करूं और वर्ल्ड के इंजॉयमेंट में फंसूं। तो ये परफेक्शन नहीं है ना। आईआरआई में ये आने का पर्पस नहीं है ना। आईआरआई इसलिए बनाया नहीं है ना। आईआरआई किस लिए बनाया? कि देश का जो फूड ग्रेन है उसका प्रोडक्शन बढ़े, जो बाहर पे डिपेंडेंस है वो खत्म हो, और हमारी सेल्फ सफिशिएंसी। अगर उस डायरेक्शन में आप आईआरआई आ रहे हैं तो यू आर वेलकम। लोग आईआरआई किस लिए आ रहे हैं? कि यहाँ आके हम आईएएस की तैयारी करें। तो क्या है? वो क्रिमिनल है या नहीं है? वो कॉम्पिटेटिव एग्जाम में बैठा, वो क्या है? वो चीटिंग है या नहीं है?
अल्टीमेटली तो
किसके साथ चीटिंग है? किसके साथ चीटिंग है?
पैसे
पूरे देश के साथ भैया। इंस्टीट्यूशन का पैसा किसका है? देशवासियों का पैसा। तो ऐसा डिजायर इसके लिए बना कर, वैसा ही है। तो ये सिंफुल है, ड्यूटी कॉन्शियसनेस नहीं है। कर रहे हैं ना, मेरे को कई बार स्टूडेंट मिले, मैं चैलेंज करता हूँ वो कभी कुछ नहीं बनेंगे। वो खाली ऐसे ही चक्री की तरह घूमते रहे। जहां भी जाएंगे उनके हार्ट में हमेशा क्या रहेगा? डिससेटिस्फेक्शन। क्योंकि क्या किया उन्होंने? जो एक मतलब प्रॉपर कैंडिडेट था, उसका सीट उन्होंने क्या कर दिया? ब्लॉक कर दिया। पूरे कंट्री का रिसोर्स यूज भी कर लिया, और क्या किया? उसको वेस्ट कर दिया। तो आर दे नॉट लाइबल टू बी पनिश्ड? आप मत सोचिए कि गवर्नमेंट पनिश नहीं कर रही है तो वो बच गए। मटेरियल नेचर पनिश करेगी, लॉ ऑफ कर्मा पनिश करता है। जितने लोग सफर कर रहे हैं उसके पीछे क्या है? बिकॉज दे हैव नॉट डन जस्टिस टू व्हाट दे शुड डूइंग। इसलिए सब नराधम है। नराधम क्यों है? इसीलिए है कि अपॉर्चुनिटी है, हाँ, रिलीजियस प्रिंसिपल्स को फॉलो करने की, लेकिन नहीं करते, उसको गिव अप किए। तो दोज हु आर सिंफुल, दोज हु आर not performing their duty, they will be punished. They are getting punished. How? By law of karma. अभी भगवान चौथे अध्याय में बोले, किम कर्मा किम अकर्मेति कवियो अपि अत्र मोहिता। बड़े बड़े विद्वान भी नहीं जानते कि कर्म क्या है और अकर्म क्या है। तो ये कहना कि हम डिजायर फ्री, अगर हम डिजायर से फ्री हो जाएंगे तो हम कुछ करेंगे ही नहीं, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है। हमारा मटेरियल डिजायर, जो मटेरियल कंसेप्शन है, उससे हम हटेंगे तो हमारा स्पिरिचुअल डिजायर है, और वो आएगा जिस दिन वो दिन। तो उसी डायरेक्शन में हम वर्क कर रहे हैं। हमारा डिजायर क्या होना चाहिए? हाउ आई कैन प्लीज कृष्ण, हाउ आई कैन सर्व कृष्ण, हाउ आई कैन फॉलो कृष्ण। when that genuine desire comes, then there will be transformation, then there will be change. ठीक है, हो जाएगा। अगर आग में लोहा आ जाएगा ना, तो फिर लोहा आग ही बन जाएगा। लेकिन आग में से निकाल के पानी में डालोगे तो जंग बन जाएगा। मतलब ये करते हैं, नहीं नहीं नहीं, आग में नहीं रखूंगा। कहाँ रखूंगा? पानी में। फिर लाओ, फिर जंग बन जाएगा। इट विल बिकम रस्ट। लाइफ इज यूजलेस। ठीक है। तो चार प्रकार के सुख इतना याद रहेगा। और तीसरा से कृष्णा वेलकम्स एवरीवन, whoever comes with whatever, he says everyone is welcome. This is very very encouraging for us, that Krishna does not abandon anyone. Okay. थैंक यू वेरी मच टू दी असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। आप में से मैक्सिमम लोग नए साल पे भगवान का दर्शन करने नहीं है, किसका दर्शन कर रहे थे भाई? हाँ?